We've had a couple of questions about the Tesla Solar install, so wanted to provide a little bit of info on this. We started the process back in August, so about 8 months or so, and really starting the process was just putting down a $100 deposit, meeting with a specialist online, where we provided several of our utility bills, some information about our home, where we lived. They were able to kind of pull up some information on, the sun, utility usage, all of that kind of stuff to provide some preliminary estimates for us, just some basic information for our first meeting. And there you pretty much decide whether you want to go, with their services. You're able to ask a bunch of questions and kind of get set up. And once you decide that, so we decided we wanted to go ahead with it. We then got set up with a project advisor who went into more detail with us and started working on the process of designing our system based on our needs. They give you multiple options to choose from for how much energy you want to be able to obtain. You also have different options for layout and options for power walls and all kinds of different things that you can do. So they'll send you some designs, suggestions, and you can certainly go back and forth with them or make changes to that. You just need to make sure that you do look at everything and make the changes that you need before you finalize everything through the Tesla account online. So once we did that, we were originally scheduled for May, but we got a call about a week and a half ago to see if we wanted to move our install up. So we did. We went ahead and moved it up. And basically they send you some information and you read through that. There's like a little video clip kind of letting you know what to expect. They shipped the parts and everything. They delivered those on Friday to us. So a truck pulled up and dropped off a couple pallets of stuff in the driveway. So we did have to have that cleared off for them. And then for us, we originally were supposed to have the power walls installed inside our garage, and we had them come out and look at everything to make sure that was going to work. But of course, when they got out here today to do that install, that was not going to work any longer, so we relocated them here on the outside of the house. But basically this morning they showed up at 7 o'clock, ready to get started. It was 2 teams of folks that showed up. One team was working on the panels on the top, which you saw earlier when I walked around. They have kind of placed everything to get ready for the panels. And then one team with an electrician to work on all the electrical. So they should be coming out again tomorrow to kind of finish that. The instructions for the install said that we could be without power for up to 8 hours today. So we had planned for that. But when the team got here this morning, they let us know that that was not necessary. And today they only cut the power off for about 20 minutes or so. So not too bad. And then tomorrow they'll also have to cut the power for a short time, just so they can kind of transfer everything over. So we did go back and get some design changes done on our layout. Mainly because we did not want panels on the right side of the house. So While they suggested we put them there, it was just not what we wanted for our setup. So they did change that for us. So we won't have any on the front or the right side, but we will have it across all the other sections of our roof. And tomorrow, once they get everything hooked up, we will still have to wait for the permit or for the inspection to pass. And then once we do that, Tesla will reach out to our energy company here, which is Duke Energy, where we are, and basically let them know that the install's done and that we are ready for them to come out and switch out the meter for to enable net metering. So until that point, once it gets turned on, because we have the power walls, we'll be able to go ahead and at least start using the system. We wouldn't be able to feed anything back into the grid though until Duke comes out and sets up the net metering, but we should be able to use our app. So with the Tesla setup, there's supposed to be an app that will let me and my family go in and kind of observe some of our usage and figure some things out. So I'm excited to see what that looks like and what we can do with that, so we can, make sure that we are using the right amounts of energy and doing things the most in the most efficient way that we can. So it's been a good experience so far. We did a lot of research, of course, before we went the Tesla route, but for us it just based on pricing was in line across all the companies, and really they all kind of had about the same kind of service information or complaints. There have been complaints about service after the install's done, so but so far everyone has been very supportive and responsive to us, and has also even mentioned to us that they know that there have been some complaints about that and have tried to provide us some additional numbers or ways to get up with people in the future. So I will say that it sounds like they have kind of made note of some of those issues and are trying to do what they can to make that change. So we'll see how that goes once we actually have everything installed and on. Sorry about the video because the sun is bright, which is good. But you can see here that they've set up, they've got the conduit and stuff run for the wires. They've got stuff run that will go underneath the panels. So here and then across the back, we also have, we'll have some additional panels here. And in the two other sections here, we'll have panels. So tomorrow they should be able to finish up on the install. Again, the team lead this morning, when they got here a few minutes before 7 in the first truck, and the other truck showed up probably 10 or 15 minutes later. But he was really nice, explained everything to us, what to expect, kind of how everything would work. And the electrician also did the same, explained how everything would go. Again, we had to make a change. He explained why, and why our initial design would need a little bit of a change based on what he saw when he got here. And he has added some additional boxes for us, explained a few things, shut off button and everything for us. So I can go into some detail on some of that later once we get everything set up and figure out how it all works. But again, we had gotten some questions about it, and so just wanted to provide the little bit of our experience and what we've gone through, and kind of the timing and the process that we've worked with here. So looking forward to testing it out and getting everything going. So hopefully this helps someone.